Hello, YouTube. We're back with the next episode of What Remains of Edith Finch. I believe it's episode 3. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough. I certainly am. I'm having a bad hair day, therefore I have a hat on today. How's your day going? Now let's get into it. Let's get into the next episode. Okay. Let's go. I wish I had a torch or something like that. If you can hear the dog around me.
Instead of hiding from death,
he thinks it's dinner
Sam
time.
seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Okay, we're in Sam's room. Here we go.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What am I meant to be taking pictures of? Oh.
What?
There we
Perfect.
go. I was just taking pictures of the boot.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
What am I doing? Oh, here we go.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Why am I got the
I'll
blurriest
never forget this
camera?
Okay, got it.
Am I just
weekend.
terrible
I'm
at
gonna take some
taking pictures?
Okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
I believe that. Let's get on the bird, surely.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up.
What, the camera or? What am I looking for? Is something scary going to scare me?
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
I'm going for the artsy vibe.
Nothing
Oh,
but
gosh.
outside. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Where is he?
Last time I was with my brother Calvin.
Oh, there he is.
That was a great trip. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Okay.
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail.
This has got the
Do you
worst
ever-
zoom on it. I'm like, I know we're not complaining about, like, you know, the hardware. I know
bet
that's
if I
not
could
really
remember
us.
where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
Come on. Am I meant to... There's got to be something else I've got to trigger, right? Surely.
Maybe. What was it? Could have been.
Oh,
Dad,
Good eyes, Dawn.
that's what we're looking
Before
for,
you
is
take the
it?
shot, let me get a picture of it.
Where am I?
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
Just taking loads of the same picture.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn. Great shot, Dawn.
Oh. That's rough. Who the flippity flip is that?
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dawn didn't want to do that. Dawn's not interested. Oh, it's me.
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh, because I took too long. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal,
Oh
Dawn.
gosh, she's gonna drag me
Just
down.
focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Yep. When I saw that coming, did anybody else?
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh gosh. Gosh, oh gosh, gosh. Hang on a minute, was that another? Yeah. Gosh, it's so tragic, this family.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
What's this?
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Oh, it's a frog. It's another frog. What? Can I move that? I was moving it. Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm the frog. I'm the frog. This game is so adorable.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
What? I want to be the frog again.
Hello?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Oh my, this is amazing, this game. I mean, honestly.
I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Okay, am I meant to get up?
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my gosh, my happiness has turned to absolute. Oh my
There's
gosh.
so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Oh, I've gone cold.
I'm sure it's happened. And he'd want you to be happy too.
Oh my
Good luck, Kay.
gosh.
Love, Sam.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've gone cold. I cannot tell you.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh my
My
gosh,
father
this
made
game
him come,
is
of course,
unbelievable.
But Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you
Oh my
husband
gosh.
and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I can't get over this game. It's so cleverly done.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh my gosh, what?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh my gosh, what?
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power.
Oh,
But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
oh my gosh.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I can't get over the
she never
tragedy in
talked
this
about
poor
it, but
family.
Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh my gosh. What on earth? Do we go back? We'll go up.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Oh my gosh.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back and to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good, almost normal, but it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Now we're gonna find out what happened to our siblings, right? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oops.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I can't.
Mom
This.
spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
So we go back, up. Why would you live in this very dangerous
Mom
house?
definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room.
Oh.
Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Unfortunately, I feel like I can see where this is going to go.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Oh my gosh, I'm
His
scared.
mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it.
I'm doing that little mini game with my
He said
left
he started small,
hand, and my right hand is doing the fish. Right thumb's
imagining a
like
labyrinth.
joystick, you know?
He'd feel his way about.
I feel like we're going to chop a hand off. Does anyone else?
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Oh my gosh.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Oh my gosh, this is...
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Oh my gosh.
But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I
Oh my
spoke with his
gosh.
boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
I'm going to cut my hand
A
off,
whole
aren't I?
new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
This game is like unlike any experience. It's brilliant.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery,
Oh my gosh.
but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
Oh my gosh, what?
It became a game for him.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for sinister serpents.
Oh my gosh, I nearly put my hand under there then.
He followed the sound of his electric sitar.
Oh my gosh, what's going to happen?
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh my gosh, I can't see any more. I can't see. It's going to get my hand.
The world was all in his imagination.
Isn't it?
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Oh my gosh. I'm like,
For someone who'd never known success
can't even see
in
the
the real
fish.
world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't cut my hand. I didn't cut my hand.
He began to forget the world we know.
I was so ready for my hand to be cut then.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Who am I now?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Oh my gosh.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
If you're enjoying these videos, please do remember to like and
including the
subscribe.
wise Calico who'd
I'm
insisted
really
on
enjoying playing
lasting.
these through.
his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
What?
Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
What is this game? Emily done a fat lot of good. Oh my gosh.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What on earth? What? What is this game? It's so tragic. Where do I go now? Can't get up there, or can I? Here we go.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so
Oh
many
my
stories
gosh.
I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
Oh my
It's mine.
gosh, what is
Edith.
it?
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. but now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
If you could see the goosebumps. Wow. If you could see the goosebumps, can you see them? What did you think of it? What an amazing experience. So cleverly done. Wow. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed it. Wow. Game off the list. What Remains of Edith Finch. Fantastic experience. Unlike many, many games I've played. Brilliant. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Stick around for the next game series. I'm not sure what that will be yet, but you'll see it very soon. I really do hope you enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next live stream. Live stream, I mean YouTube. Take care. Look after each other. Look after yourselves. I'll see you soon.